host, Dee Collins. Welcome to the wonderful Business World Web Summit, where all of the talks, while they are delivered, they are absolutely free for you to view, and all of the replays are free as well. I am helping people build better businesses and be the very best that they can be. I'm super excited. This is the last and final talk of this phenomenal summit that has gone on for 3 days. It was March 20th through the 22nd. We are surviving coronavirus. We are educating people online, empowering you to live your best life. And I'm just so happy that you joined us. If you have missed any of the talks, like I said, the replays are free. So make sure that you go and watch the replays. You can still have people register for this summit. Share this with somebody. There has been so much wonderful information, and I'm just super excited. I've received personal emails from attendees thanking me for putting this summit on. So without further delay, I'm going to go ahead and get into the final teaching for this summit right now. But one more thing before I start, a couple of talks that I want you to be sure to tune into. Hold on, let me check something on my screen real quick so I can make sure that I get the right name. I have another screen up. I'm not just multitasking, I am multi-screening. So we had on day one, we had Jay Facette, and he's with the JVology Global Lounge. Well, JVology is the perfect mix of people, fun, and profit. Make sure you check out the replay for that. He shared with us 7 steps to unlocking lead flow. And Quinn Vo, her talk was absolutely phenomenal, inspired me very much, and she did the money mastery formula. So I want you to tune into some of these talks. Miss Stacy with her passport to productivity. Just look on the different talks and the different replays. These are some that you definitely want to take a look at. I had also, let me see here. I mean, all of them are phenomenal. These are just a few special mentions, a few VIP shout outs that I want to give. Jenny Harkleroad, you want to definitely, let me find her talk over here. Let's see. Jenny was 3 secrets to ultimate success. And she talks about subconscious mind reprogramming, and you know, what she does is absolutely miraculous. So you want to definitely look up her talk and watch the replay if you didn't see it to begin with. And if you saw it to begin with, then you will want to watch it again. Trust me. Super good stuff. So anyway, let me go ahead. Again, I'm Dee Collins. I think you guys should know me by now. Oh, please tune into my other talks too. I did a talk on incredible income increase with incentives. That was a really good talk. I did a talk as a matter of fact, it's getting ready to air as I'm like recording this final talk on publishing with purpose, publish with purpose and prosper, or publish with purpose and profit. So please, and I also shared some interesting information on a program I came across regarding Forex trading. And you can, you know, watch the replays for all of those talks. But right now, let's focus on this talk because this is super important. This was going to actually be the opening talk for the summit, but I was experiencing technical difficulties. So I could not have this as the opening talk, and it broke my heart. But now I think it's even better to wrap up the summit because I want to inspire you from all that you have learned and all that you have received and all of the motivation that you've been saturated with from our different speakers and experts and mentors and coaches and teachers. And I just want to inspire you. This is a different type of web summit. I did mention that you get stellar info on starting a business, building a business, and improving a business, improving your business. But Oh, I guess I didn't get to the title of this talk yet, but I will in just a minute. These were just some of the different categories that we have covered during these 3 days in the summit. Incredible categories, different titles for the talk names, but these are the categories that some of the talks fell under: content creation and marketing, service and excellence, enthusiastic entrepreneurship, better business and branding, mindset and mastery, performance and productivity, online courses and creation, podcasting and social media development. Also on that online courses and creation, you have got to watch the replay for Imana Guy. He does, we just put together kind of like a collage of videos for him. And it's about identifying like $1 million niche for course creation. And then he shares additional inspiration and information about not being taken in or taken down by other people's negativity, and just how to identify, what type of expert you are. And then what you do when you watch that talk, he has a giveaway, or there's a giveaway where you get a free masterclass, which is the, how to create and sell online courses in 60 days or less. So that's an additional free bonus of another teaching that you get when you tune into that talk or to that replay. So you're going to want to make sure that you do that, so you sign up for the online courses. As a matter of fact, I have my own online course now, and I took his course creation program to be able to have that online course. And he showed me how to develop it, showed me everything step by step. Just a great, phenomenal program. But we have some other categories on the podcasting and social media development, people, teams, and leadership, excelling online, sales and money, action and elevation, unique business approaches. There's a lot of stuff on here about unique business approaches. Of course, I mentioned the publishing and joint venture partnerships. This is not it. There is much, much more than covered than just in these categories, but I couldn't, the screen, you wouldn't have been able to read the writing because I would have had so much information on this slide for you. So I think we had a couple of speakers drop out from illness, not coronavirus or anything, they were just sick. So I think we ended up with 17 speakers. I'm not sure, it still might have been 18 because we added one. And 20, 21 talks, or 22 talks maybe, and endless ways to improve and succeed. So the talk that I'm doing right now, the final talk of this Web Summit, is Birthing Your Business Brilliance. Birthing Your Business Brilliance. And this is about business startup, expansion, and ongoing business success training. So please turn off all distractions during this teaching. Today is the best day of your life so far, and tomorrow will be better than today if you allow it, if you grab a hold of all of the teaching, because we live in not just a wonderful world, but we exist in a wonderful business world as entrepreneurs. So just to introduce myself, if you've watched any of my other talks, you already know who I am. But just in case this is the first talk that you see, I want to introduce myself to you. My name is Deneen Collins. It's difficult for a lot of people to remember the name Deneen, so I go by D. So, my friends, my business associates, my family, they call me D, and you are welcome to call me D as well. I am a 3-time Amazon #1 best-selling author. Hallelujah. And I'm an international inspirational speaker and business coach. I'm an online self-publishing instructor, a master mentor and motivator, and I'm also a leader, a speaker, a teacher, and a dream maker. So I am also a few other things. You see this right here. I am also a repeat failure. Fathom that. I failed more than one time. I have been in the past a chronic self-doubter, an experiencer of depression where I didn't want to go on. I wanted to give up. I felt like I was never going to be successful. A master of disappointment. And I'm sharing this with you because one of my mentors, he shared with me that when we share our achievements and our successes, that can inspire and motivate people. But when we share our failures, our disappointments, and you understand that I'm no different than you, that I've gone through some rough things too, and we share some points of common experience. This is how you connect with people. So I just want to let you know, I'm a regular everyday person. I've doubted myself before. I have failed. I've made stupid mistakes. I've done and I've experienced it all. I've had highs and I've had lows. I've had mountains, I've had valleys, but who hasn't? So when I was telling all that great stuff about me, about, being a 3-time Amazon #1 best-selling author and all of the things that I do, that I'm an inspirational speaker and coach, well, woohoo for me. I'm going to go ahead and pat my own self on the back. But you know what? I've also been a failure. I've also doubted myself. I've also felt insecure. I've second-guessed myself, and I've made a lot of mistakes. But I'm so glad, and I wouldn't take any of it back, because if I had not have made the mistakes that I've made, I would not be able to help the people that I am able to help, and that those lessons and that experience gave me. Hold up just a minute. So, thank you for being here. And most of all, in spite of all these other things, I am a survivor for success. I want you to put your hand on your heart right now and say, I am a survivor for success. Yes, you are. So on this webinar, you will learn the importance of your purpose, how to do what you're meant to do, and inspiration and information to double click on your dream. Now, I use that word double click, or those words double click, because I feel like as entrepreneurs, or just as people on this planet, I feel like we're all like computer operating systems in the earth. And if you work on a computer, you know that there are different icons on the desktop of that computer that represent different computer software programs that you can use to do different things. Like you might have a Microsoft Word or Microsoft PowerPoint. And if you want to use those programs, you double click on the icon to be able to access that program and use all of the benefits and all of the features that are available with those different programs. And so I feel like this is you. I feel like there are so many things inside of you, so many gifts, so many talents, so many abilities, so much experience, so many stories, so much knowledge, so much that can help others, that can inspire others, that can teach and train others. And you're just like the operating system, walking around full of different icons, full of different programs that are on the inside of you that can be a blessing to this wonderful business world. And it's just waiting for you to double click on it so that people can have access to these programs and these systems that are on the inside of you. So you get inspiration and information to double click on your dream and access all of the great things. Because you know what? You guys are wonderful and you are brilliant. And that's why I'm talking to you today on birthing your business brilliance. So your training starts now. Birthing your business brilliance. And so many of you may have questions. Well, guess what? I've got answers. Some of the questions that we have about our business or our ability or what we can do or what we should do is who and how and when and what and why and where. Lots of questions. But one of the things that I want to talk to you about right now is something that my mentor taught me, and it is called the law of recognition. Dr. Mike Murdock wrote a book called The Law of Recognition, and the law of recognition is discovering the gifts, opportunities, and relationships that God has already placed in your life. Everything you need is already in your life, merely awaiting your recognition of it. Dr. Mike Murdock, thank you so much for that valuable nugget on the law of recognition. So it means that you already have everything you need. You just need to recognize it. You have knowledge on the inside of you. You have gifts. Some of you have talents, abilities. You have experience. You have stories. And then if it's something that you don't know how to do, but you feel like you were meant to do, or something that you want to do, you have access. With the internet at our fingertips, there are online courses, there is YouTube, there is Google, there is Facebook, there is Instagram. There are so many resources available to you. Coaches, mentors, teachers, people who will help you. You just have to recognize that everything that you need to succeed is already available to you, that you already have access to this. You just have to reach out, recognize it, and make it happen and do it. I'm here for you. You know, I'm a success coach and a publishing coach, and just learn how to have fun in life coach. But you know what? You have resources available to you. So make sure you grab a hold of the law of recognition. Your future is on the inside of you. And so what I want to say is that you are a couple of things, that you are a seed, you are a fruit, and you are an answer. When I say that you are a seed, because you didn't just appear out of nothing, that a seed had to be fertilized, that cells multiplied, that you were shaped and developed inside of your mother's womb, and then you were born or pushed or birthed into the earth. But you are a seed, and this is what I'm going to tell you about the powerful thing of being a seed or starting out as a seed, is that a seed contains invisible information about exactly what it is supposed to be on the inside. So you being a seed, you have invisible instructions that are available to tell you exactly what you are supposed to be. I'm going to help you in just a little bit identify what your purpose is and some different things, in order to identify what type of seed that you are. But seeds are phenomenal, because a seed is so much potential. It's so much more than what appears to the eye. Because I can take an apple seed and I can plant this apple seed, and then an apple tree will grow from the apple seed, which will blossom flowers, and then fruit will grow, more apples will grow from that tree with more seeds inside of every single apple, until you have like an orchard of opportunities, an orchard of awesomeness. And that's what you are with just one seed. This is what can start. There can be entire forests, there can be, cities and nations, and just so much. But like you say, well, nothing is me. You are so much inside of you. But a seed operates best when it is planted. If it is never planted, it doesn't do anything. So you can be a seed with all of these invisible, magical instructions on the inside of you for greatness. But if you don't plant yourself, that means put yourself out there, develop something, create something, be somebody, do something. And it doesn't have to be on a global scale, but just do something, because you are here for a reason. And I will tell you that. So you're also fruit. You started off as a seed. When you got pushed into the earth, into your existence, you became a fruit. You can hear a lot in the Bible that talks about blessed is the fruit of your womb. So like a baby or a child is considered fruit. Well, fruit is even more powerful than seed, because fruit has seed inside of it. Oh, that's super exciting. So you are fruit. You are somebody's nourishment. You are going to provide enjoyment for someone. You are going to give something. Sometimes we squeeze fruit and we make juice. You're going to quench somebody's thirst. You are going to be somebody's means of survival. All right? And you are an answer. So there are a lot of questions in the world. Just like we talked about, but there are a lot of people that have questions, and there are a lot of people that need help. And yes, sometimes different people teach the same thing, but nobody teaches it exactly like you, because you are an individual and somebody needs you. Somebody's answer is you. You have someone's answer. You are someone's catalyst to success. So I just want you to know that there are a lot of questions out there, and to some of those questions, you are the answer. Now on with birthing your business brilliance. Stick with me because I have some super yummy stuff for you on this teaching. But two important questions is your career your call, and is your business a blessing? So sometimes we go out, we go to college, we get in a particular career, or we get a job, and we do this with the focus of making money and paying bills. The same thing with a business. Sometimes we create a business or start a business or get into a business so that we can make money, or what is the business I can make the most money with. And let me just take a moment to share with you honestly and authentically that we have things reversed and mixed up. If that's the way you're doing it, I've done it before, I've been at fault of doing that. But I found out that prosperity lies in the place of your purpose. And so what you want to do is you want to identify what your purpose is, and then create a 6 and 7 figure business centered around your purpose. Because that's when you can really operate in your call. And it's not just a career, but it's a call. It is what you are meant to do. It is not just a business, but it is a blessing to others and to yourself. And there are 3 vital keys to your success. So I want you to write these down and remember these things as you are birthing your business brilliance. These 3 vital keys to your success is to, number 1, identify your purpose. Number 2, create a business around your purpose. And if you want to just work for somebody else, that's fine too. But I would recommend having a job in the area that you love, in the area that you are meant to do. That would make it even better. Not everybody's an entrepreneur. And number 3, make a plan and take action on your plan in order to birth your business brilliance. Now, birthing your business brilliance, step 1 is purpose. Identifying your purpose, accepting your purpose, and committing to taking action in your purpose. You see that snowflake? It's because, remember I told you there's nobody just like you? Other people may do the same thing you do, but nobody does it just like you do. So always be comfortable with being yourself, because you're like a snowflake. Out of the trillions of gazillions of, I don't even know if there's a number large enough of snowflakes that have been created in this world, every single one of them is different and unique. And you're like a beautiful snowflake inside of an ice castle, so you won't melt, but you can just stand there and shimmer in your beauty and in your brilliance. So identifying your purpose, step 1, purpose. One way that you can identify your purpose is, what do you love? What is your passion? What are you passionate about? Some people love cars. Some people love collecting cars or restoring vintage vehicles. Some people love driving cars. Some people love fixing cars. Some people just good. Some people love animals. They love pets. They love to make people happy. They love to help people identify their purpose. Some people love cooking. Some people love cleaning. There's all different types of things, but what do you have a passion for? Are you passionate about suicide prevention? Are you passionate about domestic violence and helping people survive that? Helping deliver people out of human trafficking? What are you passionate about? Are you a really good writer? Do you love telling stories? Are you an entertainer? So one way that you can identify your purpose is to just think about what you love and what you're passionate about. Also, what you do. What do you have a skill to do? What do you do better than anybody else? And what do you notice? I have this fingerprint here, and I have this question. heard Dr. Miles Monroe ask this question on one of his videos, and this is a key to identifying your purpose. What do you do best with the least amount of effort? This is the key to identifying your purpose. And what do you notice? Assigned to your purpose is things that you notice. A tailor will notice a string hanging on a suit before anybody else notices it. Or if a button is out of line, a tailor will notice it. It's assigned to your purpose. A musician will notice an out-of-tune note in a song that no one else even notices because that's that person's purpose. Or an accountant or somebody who's really good with numbers will notice something that's wrong or off on a spreadsheet that nobody else is even paying attention to because they're in their lane, they're in their brilliance, they are in their purpose. So this is how some ways you identify your purpose. Now, one thing that I learned, which was kind of interesting to me, and it is that the problem that infuriates you the most is probably the problem that you were created to solve. Now, I know you might not want to accept that, but the problem that infuriates you the most is probably the problem that you were created to solve, which is why you noticed it in the first place, because it's a signal to your purpose. The reason why you noticed it is because you are tuned in to noticing that. It's in alignment with your purpose. You're good at it. It's a problem you were meant to solve. It's your gifting. It's your assignment in life. So one thing that you want to do is you want to accept your purpose. Once you identify your purpose, it's really important to accept your purpose. You will have a happier and a more fulfilled life when you accept and operate in your purpose. Now, I want to give you the definition of purpose, and I can't really remember everything that I put on these slides, so if I get to it on a future slide, we'll just skip over it. But I want to share that with you right now. So the definition of purpose is the reason why a thing exists. This is the Webster's Dictionary definition of purpose, the reason why a thing exists. So an example would be, I'm sitting in a chair right now. So the purpose of this chair is to provide me with a place to sit. I have a vehicle outside that I'm going to use to drive home in a little while. And so the purpose of that vehicle is to provide transportation or to get me from point A to point B. So purpose is the reason why a thing exists. Now, this is where you should get super excited if you are tuned in to this teaching, if you are living, if you are breathing, if you are moving, if you are alive. It means that you have purpose because you are in existence, because you exist. And purpose is the reason why a thing exists. And sometimes we don't always know what our purpose is because we have not identified it yet. But rest assured, if you are in existence, you have purpose, because if you did not have purpose, you would not exist. So I'm super excited about that. But once you identify your purpose, go through some of the things to help you identify your purpose, then you need to accept your purpose, because your purpose is your truth. And that's why I have a lion on here, because there is a saying that goes that the truth is like a lion. It does not need to be defended. It is well capable of defending itself. So your purpose is true. It's time for you to roar. So I love this. You may have seen this before, but it says that every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. It knows it must run faster than the fastest lion, or it will be killed. Every morning, a lion wakes up. It knows it must outrun the slowest gazelle, or it will starve to death. It doesn't matter whether you are a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be running. Run! So I'm going to share a couple more things with you. And but first, let me go ahead and I want to play a video for you. And I don't want to forget, because I want to tell you really, something really, really important about purpose that I don't want to forget to tell you. So remind me. Okay, here we go. Dr. Eric Thomas, he's one of my mentors, and he has a great video on this very subject of the lion and the gazelle. So let's take a moment to look at this. Sometimes I might, mess a few things up with the technology or click in the wrong place. So if I do, just bear with me, and I promise I'll be back on track.
I don't want to motivate you. I don't want to just inspire you. I want to empower you. So we've been talking about what do beasts do? I don't want to just look like a beast. I don't want to talk like a beast. I want to have beast paraphernalia. I want to be a beast. I want to be in beast mode. I want to do what beasts do. And so I told him yesterday was the weirdest thing. I was reading a story about the lion and gazelle, just like you. I was reading a study. I was reading it and I was studying. I would read it over again. I would study. I was examining. I would pull back and I would digest the story. I'm going over the story over and over and over and over. And I'm looking for that thing. I'm looking what makes a lion a lion. I'm looking because if I can find out what makes a lion, I can help you turn that switch on. Because we all have it. That switch is in all of us. It's in a high school dropout. That switch is in someone who was homeless and ate out of trash. That switch exists in all of us. And I knew if I could turn the switch on, and if I could teach you how to turn that switch on. And so I'm reading the story and I'm asking myself, okay, Eric, what are the similarities? And the similarities are every single day in Africa. Woo, I love it. Every single day in Africa, I love it. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference if you're a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, I love it. If you're a gazelle, you wake up with this notion that I must outrun the lion if I'm going to survive. Listen to me. I don't know what your business is. I don't know what you're trying to do personally, but there's something you're going to have to outrun. Every single day when you wake up, something you're gonna have to run. For some of you, it's alcohol. For some of you, it's other substances. For some of you, it's depression. For some of you, it's your past. For some of you, it's procrastination. For some of you, your inability to stick with something, to start and finish. For some of you, you can't execute. I don't know what it is, but every single day, like that gazelle, you're gonna wake up and boom, you're gonna have to run from something. That's something you're gonna have to get away from to survive. And that's all the gazelle is doing. He's running from the lion because he's trying to survive. But what's weird is that even though the lion is considered to be one of the most ferocious animals, one of the most dangerous animals, one of the kings of the kingdom, that when the sun comes up in Africa, that the lion has to do something too. Even though he's great, the gazelle's not going to come and just let him eat him up. He's going to have to chase that gazelle down. He's going to have to kill that gazelle. So when I read it, that's the similarity. That if it doesn't make a difference if you're a gazelle, it doesn't make a difference if you're a lion. If you're at the top of the game, you still got to work. If you're at the top of your game, you still have to grow. If you're at the top of your game, what I know about you, if you're at the top of your game, there's still room for improvement. You can still get bigger. You can still get better. You can still be bolder. If you are still alive, there's still room for growth. There's still room to grow and be better. And so it says it doesn't make a difference in the safari. In Africa, it does not make a difference when the sun comes up. Boom! You better get to running. And so I studied. I said, what's the difference? What's the difference? And I noticed that the gazelle is running. And I asked myself, what's the difference? And I got it. The gazelle is running. The gazelle is afraid. The gazelle understands that if it does not stop running, or if it stopped running, it's gonna die. But I watched it long enough and I saw the gazelle stop and I said, ooh, I get it. It's not being chased. It's not being pushed. It's not being prodded. Some of us in this room, if we don't have a reward, you're not self-motivated, you're not self-regulated, you don't have that thing inside of you that pushes you, that alarm clock still has to get you up. Why? Because your passion is not waking you up. Your passion's not getting you up. And so I saw it. I said, ooh, the lion does not need to be pushed. The lion does not need anything external. That thing that it needs is inside. And so every single day, the lion wakes up and he runs and chases the gazelle. Why? Because he realizes that if he is to survive, if his kids are to survive, he must eat. And so you gotta do me a huge favor. You gotta do me a huge favor. You gotta get to the point Well, you don't need a car anymore. You don't need a house anymore. You don't need to be pushed by anybody anymore. Your dreams, your wives are going to push you. Your spouse is going to push you. Your child is going to push you. The need to get better is going to push you. Because you're closer than you're ever going to be, it's going to push you. You don't need anything to push you. Your goals are going to push you. Your dreams are going to push you. The opportunity of a lifetime that happens in this particular time frame is going to push you. It's going to drive you. It's going to make you better. So do me a favor as I leave. You can't be average anymore, 70%. You can't do it. You can't do it and have what you want. You can't give me 70 and be what you want. You can't give me 70 and do what you want. You can't be average anymore. You can't be good anymore, 80%. You can't be good anymore, 80%, and have what you want. You can't be good at something and have everything you dreamed of. To make your dreams become real, to no longer dream them but walk in them, you can't. 90%, you can be good, you can be good, you can be great, but you still won't get it all. I'm telling you, but when you become phenomenal, there's nothing you can't have, nothing you can't do, nothing you can't be. And I believe that you're in this room right now. I believe that we're in the same space right now. I believe we're all in this place together. Listen to me. I believe that we're all in this place together because all of us hate average. None of us want to be good. And for those of us who've reached greatness, we have a desire to push past greatness and see the phenomenal result.
All right, that was awesome. So the next step, we're still on purpose. Step one, purpose, committing to taking action in your purpose. So I want you all to commit to being who you are. Give your gift to the world. You know, gifts are meant to be given. It's no fun to just keep a gift. So give it out and pray it forward. I say that I am a spiritual person. I pray a lot, and I say pray it forward. Of course, we should pay it forward. I pay it forward as well. But the reason why I pray it forward is because sometimes it's not so easy to give out what you have. And sometimes you need motivation, you need direction, you need inspiration. And so I pray for these things that I won't just keep the gifts that are inside of me, but that I will give them out to benefit the world, to be a blessing to others, to help other people, to enrich the world. And like my friend Tony Kaufman always says, I just want to leave this world a better place than the way that I found it. I just want to do my part. I just want to be my puzzle piece. I'm not the whole puzzle, I'm just one little piece in a grander thing, you know? And so I put it forward. And however you have to do, if you meditate, you vision yourself, not just as you are, but what you want to be, how you want to receive things, of what you want to receive, of what you want to accomplish, of what you want to be able to do, or that person that you want to be. You can absolutely do that. So what you need to do is to commit to taking action in your purpose. And I've had on these slides talking about purpose, this fingerprint, and it reminds me of a story. Once, I think the year was 1999, not quite sure, but I was watching the GQ Man of the Year Awards. I was in Houston, Texas, living in my house in Inwood North, and I was watching the GQ Man of the Year Awards, and they were getting ready to give the award for a music artist. And they had a collage on the screen of his wife, and they began to say, with one strum of the guitar, you know exactly whose music it is. And then they go on and they say all these other wonderful things, and they introduce the winner, and it's Carlos Santana. And so he walks up there to accept the award, and he's telling a story about how when his father taught him how to play the guitar, that his father taught him how to get inside of the note. He said because he told his son, if you learn how to get inside of the note, you can then fingerprint it. And when you fingerprint something, even if it doesn't have your name on it, when someone hears it, they will know that it is from you. That's why it said with one strum of the guitar, you know whose music it is, and you should apply this, whatever your purpose is, whatever your gifting is, whatever it is that you do, get inside of it. If you love to cook and you cook better than anybody else, I mean, like Colonel Sanders knew that his chicken recipe was the bomb.com. You know, he got inside of that chicken recipe and he fingerprinted it. It has 12 original herbs and spices, and it's the only one that tastes just like that, right? There's no other chicken sandwich like the Popeye's crispy classic chicken sandwich that people have gone so crazy over lately. But if you do something, whatever it is that you do, if you are a writer, if you're an author, if you are a speaker, if you are an interior decorator, if you're just really, really good at business and coaching, if you have great administrative skills, whatever you do what you do, and whatever your purpose is, get inside of that thing and fingerprint it and make it your own and own it and live it and do it every single day of your life. They say, what would you do if money was not an object? If you didn't get paid for it, what would you do for free? You don't care if somebody paid you or not. If you love playing the guitar, you would play the guitar all day and all night if nobody gave you a dime, a signal to your purpose. Whatever you would do, if it didn't matter, do it. Like the money doesn't matter, but once you operate in your purpose, prosperity lies in the place of your purpose. So if you're doing what you were created to do, money's going to come to you for it. Woo. Anyway, getting excited. So another video I want to share with you to give you a little bit of inspiration is this video, you know, Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey was absolutely hilarious as the host of the Family Feud. Now, like, I already love the Family Feud game show, but with Steve Harvey as the host, he just took it to a whole other level. I just love him. He's funny. He's brilliant. And this video that I'm about to share with you, I think it can motivate you and inspire you. So watch it with me.
I was miserable in my life. I didn't like waking up. I ain't have no purpose. I ain't know what I was supposed to be doing. On October 8th, 1985, I walked in a comedy club for the first time, signed up for the following week. The following week, a girl took me down there. She said, you got to go to comedy club. You're the funniest person I've ever met. I never even heard of comedy clubs. I'm 27. I walked in a comedy club. I signed up for the following week. I'm gonna sit here and learn. I knew I was funny. I just didn't know what to do with it. They had 10 acts go up. 9 of them went up. I didn't laugh at one joke. I was just sitting there just, man, I wish that was me. Man, they should have said this. Every joke they told, I knew the punchline before they said it, and I wrote a better punchline in my mind, what they should have said. It got to guy number 10, they called his name, he wasn't there. They said, well, he's not here, we're gonna go to next week's list. Steve Harvey, where are you? Long story short, I won amateur night that night. I won $50. It was a 45-minute drive to my house with this girl named Gladys. I cried 45 minutes. She said, what you crying for? It ain't but $50. I said, no, you don't even understand. I was born tonight. I now know what I'm supposed to do. I went to work the next day, October 9th, and quit my job. With $50, I had nothing. I just never gave up. I'm gonna tell you something. That decision cost me everything I had. I lost everything. I lost my family. I lost friends. I lost everything. I became homeless. I lived in a car for 3 years. But I just saw this, I saw this vision. I just pursued it. I said, wow, that's it. You have to take chances in life. Life is about risk. If you play it safe in life, you ain't gonna have much of a life. If you play it safe, you won't have much of a life. Life is risk. It takes courage to pursue your dream. Now, it's gonna cost you something. Most people are not willing to pay what it costs to go after your dream, because you're gonna have to hurt a little bit. And most people don't like being uncomfortable. If you don't want to be uncomfortable, please do not pursue success, because success is a very uncomfortable feeling. And I just learned to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Life is hard. See, for every time you have a plan, a dream, an aspiration, or a goal, do you know what happens every time you have one of those? This thing comes along called life. It happens to everybody. Life has disappointments. It got peaks and valleys. You're gonna lose somebody you care about one day. That's a valley. Somebody gonna close the plant you thought was gonna stay open so you could retire. That's a valley. Somebody gonna fire you for an unjust cause. That's a valley. The people that got your credit card gonna sell their company, gonna sell their business to another credit card company. Your 18% go up to 26%. You don't even know why now your minimum didn't change. Cause it's life. You can stop thinking that life fitting to be easy, cause I got news for you, it ain't. That's a false hope to think you're gonna have a wonderfully carefree life. That's unthinkable. We all live in this bubble. What you gotta do, you gotta put more air in your bubble. You got to blow your bubble up. Expand yourself. Take yourself out your comfort zone. Do not live in your bubble. Put some more air in your bubble. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful. Start putting some pressure on. Put some pressure on yourself. Get out here and get about it. Look, I'd love to sugarcoat this thing for you. I'd love to tell you, look, you can go out here and get rich, do a couple of things. That ain't happening. You got to get real doggish. You got to get downright funky if you want to make it. Now, like I was telling you before, if you want to be ordinary, you ain't even got to listen to me. Just go on about your business. If you think ordinary's cool, ain't no problem. It's some really, really wonderful ordinary people. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're going to have to do extra. You put extra on top of ordinary and you come up with extraordinary. It's no other way. I'm sorry, but here's the fact. All of you have extraordinary capabilities, all of you. You have to decide if you are willing to do the things to put you in that category.
Very inspirational. Living in your purpose, being who you're meant to be, it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. So now I want to take a hate break. That's a hate break, because we're on step 2, which is create. So sometimes you have to hate to create. Sometimes you have to hate the way that your life is currently going to create something else. Sometimes you have to hate the situation you're in to do what it takes to get out of that situation. Sometimes you have to hate not living in your purpose to step up and start walking in your purpose. Oh, let me just say this real quick too, because I forgot to share this with you earlier when we were talking about step 1 on purpose, is that I gave you the definition of purpose, but I also create new definitions to old words. And purpose is one of those words that I have done this with. So I broke up the word purpose into 2 syllables, so to speak, the word per, or the section per, P-U-R, and pose. Now, per in the Greek means fire, and pose means like your posture or your position, such as posing for a picture. So my new definition to purpose is standing in the fire position. Because when you decide to pursue your purpose, when you decide to walk the path that you were put on this earth to walk, and change lives and give out of yourself to others, and to be bold and to be courageous and to move forward in that, you are going to be standing in the fire position. It's not always going to be easy. Sometimes people may come against you. Sometimes you may have to work out. You may have to study more. You may have to do more. You may have to go places that may not be easy for you to get. Steve Harvey slept in his car for a year when he started following his purpose. And I'm not telling you to go out and quit your job and sleep in your car or anything like this, but everybody has their own story and they don't have their own way of doing it. All I'm saying is recognize your purpose, own it, live in it, move forward, press. It's not always going to be easy. You're going to be standing in a fire position, but that fire is going to refine you. That fire is going to make you better. It's going to make you bolder. It's going to make you stronger. You might have to take a hate break and see what it is in your life that you hate enough to make a change. Inventors solve problems. Inventors solve problems. They see a problem, they see something that bothers them, and they solve a problem. We are all inventors, inventors of different types. You may not have a patent, something on the shelf in the store, but we are inventors. We invent our words that come out, our inventions, the inspiration that we provide. These are inventions. The food that we cook, these are inventions. The books that we write, these are inventions. The talks that we give, these are inventions. We are inventors. We give love. We are an inventor. We are a creator of something. So you have to be an inventor to solve problems. Sorry, I just got so excited I lost my train of thought. But also, dislike is the seed of brilliance. When you dislike something, it will bring out your brilliance. You see all these wonderful inventions we have. AC was an invention. Somebody was like, it is hot. And I know how hot it can get in the summer in southern Arizona. And somebody was hot and they were sitting around there like, there's gotta be a better way. There's gotta be a better way than turn on a fan and put some ice cubes behind it. And so they invented central AC, you know, but dislike is the seed of brilliance. Think about that for a moment. So birthing your business brilliance, you're going to create. So some of the things that you should create when you are birthing your business brilliance is create a social media presence, create a signature program, and create a distribution platform for that signature program. Creating a social media presence. So some of the places you should create on is Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest. And so first of all, Facebook. Now you can have your personal Facebook page, which most of us already have, but you can create a professional Facebook page. If you decide that you want to pursue entrepreneurship, create a professional Facebook page. You can do this as a public figure, as an author, as an entrepreneur. You can have a website for a page, a band, a group, you know, like a community group. There's all different categories that when you go on to create a professional page on Facebook, you can look at the different categories and decide which one is right for you. But if you're going to operate in a professional realm, you should create a professional social media page, post great content on it, get followers, and advertise. You could share this page with your friends. You can invite friends to populate the page, but you can only advertise on Facebook, which you can do very inexpensive advertising, is if you have a professional page, because that allows you to have an ad manager account on Facebook. It also allows you to be able to boost posts. So, I mean, there's other training if you want to get into more information on that. I'm just giving you some basic steps, some things that you should do to help in operating in your purpose, in your calling, in your business as an entrepreneur, as a professional. Instagram is becoming huge when it comes to business people. Create an account. I have a business account on Instagram as well. I'm building a following, and I can even tell you, I mean, you can actually hire companies to help build your followers. A lot of people, there's different things and trainings that you can go to online, and you can absolutely do that yourself. But you know what, if you're busy like me, you might just want to hire somebody to do it for you. Then you can concentrate on other more important things that you need to concentrate on while they are building your following. But then when you get up to 10,000 followers, you are a social media influencer. You have 20,000 followers, and then you're posting things and you're generating business just from posting on Instagram, because you have so many followers. Imagine what you can do with 100,000 followers. And you need to exercise the 80-20 rule. Nobody wants to be sold all the time or business, but you need to have variety in your posts. You need to have things where people can learn about you, connect with you, see that you are a real person. So the 80-20 rule is post 80% of the things that you post should benefit people, should help them, inspire them, and teach them, and be interesting and fun. And then 20% you can reserve 20% for like marketing. And having people, connect with you, in your business, buy your products, your service, hire you for some reason. But that's just the smaller part of it. You got to look at the big picture, and the big picture is you want to stay connected with you. You want to build relationships, because that gives you relationship currency that you can absolutely deposit in the bank of your life. And, use it as a marketing tool. YouTube is phenomenal. You need to, if you don't have a YouTube channel yet, you need to create your own YouTube channel. And you don't have to post long, drawn out videos, but just short hacks make things easier in life for people. So you can do hacks in different areas, just short little fun videos. You can do a 60-second video, a 3-minute video, a 5-minute video. And then you can do longer videos later if you want, but just build your content. You don't have to have a special camera. You can use your phone and upload those videos, and people love that. And then share your content, share it on Facebook, build up your channel. I'm working on building up mine now. So it doesn't have a whole lot of subscribers, so go find me and subscribe right away. I should have had that link on here. But there's lots of other social media resources as well. Get on all the social media that you can, customize and maximize your social media. It is a gift, so use it. LinkedIn, Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest, and create a signature program. While you're creating things, you're creating the social media presence, create a signature program. It can be several different things. It can be an online course, like I have the Ultimate Book Publishing Blueprint, how to self-publish in 60 days or less with global distribution. That is my signature program. And then I have other coaching programs. You can have a coaching program. You can have a live event. I'm doing all of these things. But you definitely need a signature program. I'm just giving you some information on how to move forward in your entrepreneurship and build, a business around your purpose. An online course is a great thing to create. Like creating my online course is one of the greatest things that I've ever done. There are people that all they have is an online course, and they reached a millionaire status just by having an online course. You need a good subject and title that's going to be catchy. I'm not going to tell you how to create an online course right now. I'm just going to recommend that this is something you do. You could do it. There's so many different markets, so many different topics, so many different niches that you can do, so many different target markets. But I would say find a good online course creation program. I recommend the one that I took, which is called Ultimate Course Formula by Iman Nagai. And it's how to create and sell online courses in 60 days or less. And I will give you the information. I'll come back and put in the comments so you can have a link on a free masterclass training to show you how to create and sell online courses. So I'm going to give that to you guys today. I don't have it on anything that you can see right here, but I'm going to come back. So come back, check the comments. I will email you. But it's just a great thing to do. So you get your title, your topic, your target market, and create it and execute it. Another thing is a coaching program. You might just have a one-on-one coaching program. You might have a group coaching program. You might have an online coaching program or an in-person coaching program. But again, title, you'll want to think about how you're going to format that, how you're going to deliver it, and what your sales and marketing is going to look like. So one thing that's really important to have in birthing your business brilliance is to have a plan and to begin to create. Also, a live event is a wonderful thing to create. Name your event, come up with a date for it, plan your event. Even if you don't think you can make that date, put down a date, put something on paper, write the vision, and make it plain. You will achieve much more by having goals. Look at your goals every day, and you will get closer and closer to fulfilling them. And if you have to like reschedule something out, I make myself a to-do list on a daily basis. And if I don't get to something, I reschedule it for the next day, or I put it out a week. But write some things down, make some goals for yourself, and then plan your event. Come up with a title for it, the theme for it, and then mark it and fill it and do it. How come you aren't creating anything? That's my question. How come you aren't creating anything? And if you're creating, I dare you to create something bigger. I dare you. If you're already creating, to create something bigger. And if you are not creating, what are you waiting for? Nobody knows how much time they have in life. Come on, it's time to get up. They said either you're gonna fish or cut bait. Which one are you gonna do? So if you're not creating anything, begin to create. Even if it's little by little. Even if you're just writing a note on a piece of paper, create something small. Start out small. Take baby steps. But if you're already creating, I dare you to create something bigger. And I came up with this term: don't make excuses, make progress. And you can quote me on that. Janine A. Collins, or D. Collins, as most people call me. She said, don't make excuses, make progress. So I'm gonna share one more video, and we're almost done with this teaching. I'm gonna share one more video, and then I'm gonna come back and finish it up.
One of the greatest things about life is that how you perceive it determines what you get from it. The lens through which you look at the world roadmaps your success, right? All we are is a compilation of the things we see and the beliefs we hold. Which brings me to a very interesting question. Why are human beings so inclined to limit themselves and their abilities? Why do we bring life to stopping points, to barriers that simply are not there? See, in the world we know, every day of our lives is consumed by rules, laws, limitations. If I throw a rock into the air, it's going to hit a certain point, come to a stop, and fall back down to earth. That's science. That result can be mathematically proven, and there's really no debate about it. The issue, though, and one of the most tragic elements of human behavior, is when that exact certainty, that limitation, is applied to potential. Because potential is not a thing. Potential is an idea. Visualize someone who just completed a 6-minute mile, right? It's a pretty good time, something to be proud of. The question, though, is what tangible evidence, what proof does that individual have that they couldn't have run 5:59 or 5:50? 5:30. So often we stop because we believe we've done enough. We're comfortable right where we are, we know what the standard is, and we act accordingly. But just imagine a life without these false pretenses. Imagine the possibilities that exist for those who set their own standards. It truly is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. Going back a few years, when Henry Ford first created the automobile, he said that if he would have asked the world what they wanted, they would have said faster horses, because that was the standard. A new possible hadn't been defined yet. And this supports the fact that reality is whatever you decide it's going to be, right? That mentality has been held by anyone who's made a positive impact on society, anyone who's exceeded expectations. Unlike that rock flying through the air, there is no defined stopping point for you other than the one you give yourself. And today is about taking that stopping point and making it disappear. It's about innovation, having the courage to step into the unknown, to push, to do the things that most people wouldn't. Because most people are confined to those self-induced limitations. But they don't need to be. Right? There are two ways to look at any situation: to simply exist through it, or to have an impact, to be the defining piece, to do something memorable. And every day is an opportunity to become that standard. But you have to first believe you are. Believe that your capabilities and talents stretch far beyond what is right in front of you. Believe that possibilities are limitless, and you will see the world transform right in front of you. It'll be an incredible sight to see.
All right. That was awesome. I'm back. Hey. Discontent is the seed of change. Please remember this. Discontent is the seed of change. When you become discontent, it will become a catalyst for change in your life and in the lives of others. You will never change what you tolerate. If you continue to tolerate something, if something is going on in your household, in your relationship, on your job, even with yourself, if you continue to tolerate a certain type of behavior from yourself, you will never change. You will never change what you tolerate. It's when you get to a point that says, I'm not tolerating this anymore. I'm not standing for this anymore. This isn't acceptable anymore. That's when change will come. You will never become what you could be until you become angry with what you are. You will never become what you could be until you become angry with what you are. It's trying to quit being dissatisfied or settling for less, or just being okay with this, and I'm not in my purpose. You are brilliant. There is brilliance on the inside of you, and you need to birth your business brilliance. If you have something that's not only going to make your life better, it's going to make somebody else's life better. So I want to tell you these two quotes from two of my mentors. One, Dr. Miles Monroe, God rest his soul. He said, we don't decide our future. We decide our habits, and our habits decide our future. It's what you're doing every single day. Dr. Mike Murdoch says, what you do daily determines your future success. You do something every day, every single day consistently, to the point to where it is a habit, and you are doing that thing faithfully every single day, there is going to be a result from what you're doing daily or what you're doing on a consistent basis. How do you think we build up muscles? That resistance, but we do it. You hear people that go to the gym every day and they're like pumping iron. But pretty soon that muscle gets bigger, it gets stronger, it gets better. So what you do daily determines your future success. We don't decide our future, we decide our habits, and our habits decide our future. So start deciding on some good habits. Decide on the habits that are going to make your life better. Decide on the habits that are going to cause you to birth your business brilliance. There's lots of questions: who, when, where, how, why, and what. So make a plan and take action on your plan. 3 is fruition. How is it going to come to pass? As we're looking at your why, your how, and your when. Your why is your reason. It's the reason you do what you do. It's about your life. Do you do it because you want to have a better life? Because you want to be able to provide for your family. You want to give your family a better life. You want to send your kids to college. You want to be able to take care of your parents. You want to be a blessing. You want to, it's your impact. You want to have a greater impact on the world. Like I want to dig wells in Africa and India. I want to build orphanages. I want to reduce or stop human trafficking. I want to feed people who are hungry all around the world. I want to empower women to be entrepreneurs. I want to have scholarship funds where I can provide an education for someone who cannot afford it. I want to inspire people. I want to motivate people. I want to leave a legacy. I want to leave an inheritance for my children's children. So your why is what will keep you going when you want to give up, when you want to pull the covers over your head and just say, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not dealing with anybody. I'm tired. Your why will get you out of bed. Your why will make you stay up all night sometimes. Your why will make you go that extra mile. So this is what's going to help bring your things to pass, come into existence, is you need to get a why. You need to know why you're doing what you're doing. Create your vision board and then create your plan of action for it. Your how is the way you do what you do. So the way you're going to do it is you need to educate yourself. Some of you might need to get a mentor. One day of favor is worth a lifetime of labor. The power of mentorship. Like I could want to learn a new computer software program and I could take, like watch all the online videos. I can study the tutorials and go through the manual, or I can have a mentor who already has mastered it, knows how to do it, and they say, oh, it's real easy. Just do this, go over here, click this, do that. And so what would have taken me 8 or 16 hours, I've mastered in an hour because I had a mentor to show me the way. The best way to make it through a minefield is to walk through the footsteps or walk in the footsteps of someone who has already successfully made it through the minefield. This is the power of a mentorship. And I want you to be successful. So educate yourself, watch online videos, take an online course yourself, read, get some great books, get a mentor, and your methods. You can either do it yourself or you can hire someone. There's different methods of how your how is going to be. I do a lot of things myself. A lot of times, even though you might have to invest a little bit of money, it's better to hire somebody to do certain things so you can focus on what you're good at. And also there are like websites like Fiverr, where you can hire somebody very inexpensively to help you do certain tasks. And you need to decide what you're going to do, online, offline, or both. That's your how. And then your when is now, okay? The time that you want, the time you do what you do, that's what your win is. And so you need to start taking action now. Even if you have no idea what your business is going to be or what you're going to do next, or if you're going to do live events, or if you're going to do an online course, you may not have any idea. Just start taking some action now. Get yourself a notepad or a notebook or a journal and start writing some things down, jotting down some ideas, start taking action, go to networking meetings, join some clubs, learn from other people, attend web summits like this one that I'm hosting. And do something every single day, no matter how large or small. Just make some progress, because doing something, even if it's a little something, is a whole lot better than doing nothing. And establish your goals, which I just noticed I misspelled on this, so don't look at that. And a timeline. Time is one of the most powerful currencies that you have. Time is one of the most powerful currencies that you have. So what if you had a bank account and every morning $86,400 were deposited into that bank account, but you only had that day to invest it. And at the end of the day, it went to zero. And then the next day you started with a new $86,400. Well, there are 86,400 seconds in a day. And if time was money, how would you spend it? How would you invest it so that it could be more the next day? If you were going to lose everything at midnight, what would you do with those dollars to make sure that they were available to you the next day? And that's how you invest your time. Jim Rohn said that time is more valuable than money, because you can always make more money, but you can't get more time. So it's time for you to take action. Some things I did, I made a niche market decision. I decided what niche market I wanted to operate in. I operate in multiple, but when you're first starting out, just one is all you need. Focus on that, master that, and then you can expand later. I know we get super excited because we love lots of different things, but just, decide on a niche market you want to operate in. I established a social media presence. I took training on and offline. I went to live events. I studied online courses. I aligned myself with successful people. And I love that saying that says that your companions are like the buttons on an elevator. They will either take you up or they will take you down. You careful who you are associating yourself with. Be careful who you are surrounding yourself with. Align yourself with other successful and positive people. I connected with multiple mentors. I didn't just have one mentor, I had multiple mentors. I set up a business entity. Now you can just start when you're first starting out, start if you think of what your name would want to be, and if you want to do something on a smaller scale, just file a DBA with the county courthouse. But if once you're, really, really get into business, you might want to incorporate. I have an LLC. I have Collins Consulting LLC, and I have a C Corp, which is Success Creation Academy, Inc. I also published a book. I secured speaking engagements. I created an online course, and I keep on improving and moving forward every single day of my life. And this is how I am birthing my business brilliance, because there is no final destination. It is a lifelong journey. You can keep getting better and doing more and learning more and growing. So your business brilliance begins now. And my message to you is birth it. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Wonderful Business World Web Summit. Please make sure that you watch the replays of all of the talks. Tell somebody about this. Share this with somebody. Share the information. We want to get this out to as many people as possible and help as many people as possible. My name is Dee Collins. You can email me at d@successcreationacademy.com. That's DEE@successcreationacademy.com. If you would like to email me, make sure you put something in the subject line. I'm also going to be getting out the complimentary vacations that we gave away to a lot of the summit attendees. So I'm going to be responding to those emails because my email inbox blew up because everybody wants their free vacation, right? So I'm going to get that to you. So please be patient with me. And here's a free gift for you, a free vision board creation template and a free plan of action board creation template. These are in PowerPoint programs. You can download them. You can customize them for your own vision, put your own picture on there, the monthly dollar amount of how much you need coming into your business to achieve that. You can also create a corresponding plan of action board so you can absolutely take the actions required to live your vision and live your dream. Tune in, like I said, for as many talks as you can, the replays, and go to vision.successcreationacademy.com. That's vision.successcreationacademy.com. And you can click on the Business Authority Success Kit and get access to your free vision board creation template that you can download. And I think I have a few other things on there for you. But anyway, I'm Dee Collins. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of this summit and making it great. I really appreciate it all.